We have another big news day involving NHL waiver activity. We have a new claim. The Boston Bruins have picked up Oliver Wahlstrom. We'll discuss his career, what the fit could be in Boston, and how it affects the Bruins and the Islanders coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some more significant waiver news today. Of course, yesterday we saw the Islanders place a couple of players on waivers, including Pierre Engvall, who we know has a long-term contract, so unlikely going to get picked up. And then, a fairly young player in Oliver Wahlstrom, who's only signed for this year and has been desperately needing a fresh start, I would think, for at least a year, if not two. So Wahlstrom has been picked up. He's been picked up by the Boston Bruins, so I think realistically it could be a terrific fit for him. If there's going to be a good chance for him to flourish, I think the Bruins are one of the better chances for him to find his game and to see what he can do. I mean, he's been in the NHL circles long enough that I'm not really sure this is a developmental issue. I'm not really sure this is a team issue, or I'm not really sure what went wrong here. But, the former first-round pick has not developed into the player that a lot of people suspected he would become. Now, sometimes that just doesn't happen. Not everything translates to the NHL. I know Oliver Wahlstrom is a player, though, from the East Coast of the New England area, who went to school at Boston College, and as a kid kind of became a viral sensation for a trick shot and fancy moves he was doing at Boston Garden during the intermission. So how fitting that Boston is where he ends up. I mean, the Bruins obviously haven't had quite the season they were hoping for. They've already went through a coaching change, and I think we're going to probably see some more tinkering to the roster here. I don't think this roster is quite as strong as they had hoped it would be, and some opportunities exist, I think, within that middle part of the Bruins lineup. So there's definitely some spots that he could take if he plays well and performs well. I just hope they put him in a position to succeed, in a position where he can, utilize what his biggest asset is, which is his shot. The guy can shoot. I know in his draft year, he was projected to be one of the best pure shooters and potential goal scorers out of that draft class. Hasn't quite worked out. I mean, he has appeared in 220 games in the NHL, so he's got a good amount of experience. He scored 36 goals, put up 71 points. So considering he's on waivers, has a cheaper contract that you can bury in the minors if need be, and it's only for this year, it's an ability for the Bruins to take a flyer on this player, see if he works out, and see if he can give them a boost to their secondary scoring, which has certainly not been where they want this year. I think the amount of success they're seeing Jake DeBrusk have in Vancouver, it kind of hurts. Obviously DeBrusk was kind of up and down during his time in Boston, but what he's doing in Vancouver is kind of what they're missing. And I'm not suggesting Wahlstrom can replace that, but they need to figure out a way here. They need to do it by committee. If things go well, maybe he'll get a chance to play with some of the more talented players on that roster. We don't know the future yet of Brad Marchand, who's an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year if he doesn't re-sign. We know they've got Pasternak, Elias Lindholm got hurt. Of course, they're on a Western road trip right now. So it's kind of lots of question marks around this Bruins team. But opportunity, I do believe, does exist and could be a terrific fit for him. I know he'll have lots of support, and being close to home might be something that that helps him, I guess. Not that he's been too far from that with the Islanders on Long Island there, but Wahlstrom gets a fresh start that I think he's been needing a long time. I think it's a good landing spot for him too. So let me know what your thoughts are on this move down in the comments. We will discuss further. I will be back a little bit later. Of course, we already had a trade today involving Cam Fowler. We had the Wahlstrom pickup on waivers. I'll be back to recap all the rest of the news around the NHL and any other rumors, things we're hearing that could be going down across all 32 teams. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.